If you are ready to get rich in wholesaling real estate, if you are ready to learn the daily routine that I use, that I've ran basically to go from $0 to 100K a year to $1 million a year to multi-millions of dollars in assignment fees every single year, I'm going to reveal my daily schedule routine that you need to be implementing. Also, if you are a complete beginner, I'm going to implement a broke wholesalers routine that I'm going to give you today of exactly what time you should start wholesaling, what time you should stop wholesaling, maybe when you can go out here and start pulling lists, when you shouldn't, and really a complete daily schedule and routine. This is going to stop the people from what do I do every day or what time should I do things, right? And the daily routine and habits you need to be doing. I'm going to probably hurt some feelings today on your schedules. I truly believe there's a lot of time in your schedule you will probably wasting. For the people that don't have time for wholesaling, I'm here to help you out. As somebody that's helped hundreds of thousands of wholesalers, I've been through it all. I've seen all the schedules from the single moms of four working 3 jobs to the 17-year-old in the basement ready that graduated high school but doesn't want to go to college, but they want to get rich, right? I've helped wholesalers through every situation, every single type of wholesaling help. Now, what I'm going to do today is really break down my routine and the routine you should be doing for wholesaling success. The saddest part is I'm making this video because most wholesalers, they wake up in the morning and they say this: what should I do today? Oh, what should I do? They don't know what to do when they wake up in the morning. Do you know how crazy that is? That is something broke people do. That is something broke wholesalers do. That is the thing that wholesalers that are struggling to become successful do. They wake up, they're like, what do I do? You're already behind the 8 ball. Have you ever seen a king or a queen or a conqueror or someone great? They don't wake up in the morning and say, what should I do in the morning? No, they don't. They wake up, they know exactly what they got to do to get rich. They know exactly how to conquer the day. They know exactly how to conquer their financial freedom. They know all of these things. And so you're going to be no different. If you're already starting your day up like this, we got some issues. And so I'm excited to share with you the truth, what you need to do. And I'm excited to break down exactly how to get rich in wholesaling real estate. So let's break this all down. Let's get into it. And let's just share this from the top. Let's just break down the number one issue I have with people's schedules. And I just said this, but get up and have a plan already scheduled, what you have to do. And what do I mean by that? When you go to bed, let's say tonight, write down what you need to do when you have to wake up. I don't care whatever it is. I get all of ththese people saying, there's so much to do. I'm so overwhelmed and all these things. Create a list and just write the priority on the top, the least priority at the bottom, and then get the list done. For everyone that gets overwhelmed, I usually get overwhelmed with things I got to do. People get up to me like, oh my God, Zach, you have to do this company, this company, this company. You run all these rentals. You do all this and this and that. I do a lot. Trust me, I do a lot. But if I can prioritize what I have to do, it makes life a lot easier. And because of that, I can basically I'm like 5 people at once, run 5 different wholesaling operations and 5 different investments and all these different things. I literally do the work of 5 to 10 millionaires at once in wholesaling because of how I do my schedule. And this is what I want to reveal to you today, and really how I used that when I was broke, because the way I wholesale now versus the way that I was broke was a lot different. I literally, when I was broke, I worked like I had nothing because I had nothing. And the results showed, because I literally worked till my tail 15, 16 hours a day, like nuts. But I'm not telling you to do that today. But what I want to do at least, okay, is have something picked out. At least when you wake up, have a schedule. Work out, whatever it is, have it there. I got to pull this list. I have to do this today. Just an actionable goal for the day, and then like a macro, bigger goal we have to do. But number one, very, very important, when we wake up in the morning, we have to get something. We have to at least have an agenda for the day. Maybe you work 9 to 5 and then you got to do some drawing for dollars and then working out after. At least have it written out what you have to do. Work out whenever. No, you have to be disciplined and scheduled. You don't see no bodybuilder that's not disciplined about working out. You don't see no rich people that's not disciplined about their time and money and schedules. You have to be disciplined. Without discipline, you do not have freedom. Without discipline, you are not rich. People don't get rich from not having discipline. People watch football every Sunday. And they're like, oh, he's so good at football. I bet he just wakes up in the morning and he's just good. No, anyone that's good at any sport or athletic prowess, they train disciplined every single day or every other day, or they have a disciplined schedule. Anyone that's great at anything, painters, artists, they have to practice. Okay. I mean, there's some God-given, I will admit, gifts and talents people have, but if you don't forge that with discipline, you're nothing. And step one of discipline is to have a schedule. and stick to that schedule. And I've always said this, and I'm not going to rant about this, but I've said this multiple times, and I'll say it one last time. You look at any great role model in the entire world, country, in the history of the universe, they all had disciplined schedule. You are not different. Albert Einstein, he basically had disciplined schedules. You look at Alexander the Great. He conquered with disciplined schedules and tactics and strategies. Go back to the United States, right? I think of great people. One person I really admire is Harriet Tubman. If you ever look up Harriet Tubman, she didn't sit around all day and said, oh, I'm just going to go save people randomly. No, schedules, discipline, everything's like slanted out perfectly, scheduled it out, disciplined on what you have to do for the day. One other great person I always love and look up to admire is, Gandhi, right? Gandhi's a great person to look up to. Gandhi had schedules, discipline. He had a lot of that stuff. I mean, you look at the fasting he did, right? A lot of discipline in life, right? You think of I don't know, you think of, I can't say Dan Marino. I love Dan Marino. He never won a Super Bowl. You look at Tom Brady, I don't want to talk about Tom Brady, but Tom Brady was a very disciplined and scheduled person. And you love football. He's like that. Kobe, LeBron, every single one you've ever seen, you have to go out here and do the discipline, do the work, and do the thing you don't want to do. Every great person has done stuff they do not want to do. They've overcome that adversity to get to that point. And so I know, we're not MLK Jr. here trying to change the world. Okay. We're not doing that. Okay. I mean, he was very disciplined. He didn't just set out and do things because he just felt like it. No, schedules, discipline, and that created the results. Now, we are not doing that. Okay. We're just getting rich, which is a lot easier than all these people have done in the past, okay? What we are doing is we are going to create discipline into our life. You look at Schwarzenegger, all the bodybuilders, right? Just discipline. And so what I'm letting you know is every single person you look up to that you think is cool or whatever you want to emulate in life, business, whatever, Steve Jobs, Musk, whatever, they all had discipline and schedules. And so if you won't even get an inkling of their success, you're not going to wake up in the morning and just say, oh, I'm going to do something to know you. You're going to have a schedule and you are going to go out here and get disciplined with it. So that is what we're doing. That is what we're sharing. And that is what we're talking about today. So create discipline, create a schedule, and let's get into it. So first and foremost, we'll talk about my current schedule, and then we will talk about everyone else's. If you're a wholesaler, what your current schedule should be. So we're going to do a quick audio check. Got a couple comments just saying, is the audio good? Half of them are trolls, but we'll test it out first because I ain't going to talk about this if there ain't no audio on here. So let's talk about my current schedule, what I'm currently doing now as a 7-figure wholesaler. So we know exactly what I'm doing. And then we're going to break down exactly what a broke wholesaler needs to do to become successful in this business. And so if we're ready for this, let's get it going and let's talk. And I love these trolls. There's no audio. Audio's there. So let's talk about my schedule, what I usually do here, and let's break it all down. So I usually wake up 7 a.m. Sometimes I wake up at 5, 6, 8. I've woken up at 9 or 10 sometimes. What I do is I get paid with the businesses I run and the leverage I run. So whatever time I wake up really doesn't matter because, if I wake up at 9 or 10, I'm going to work till like 2 or 3 a.m. If I wake up at 5 a.m., I go to bed at like 9. So it's like everyone's got the same 16 hours in the day. So when you're running bigger businesses, Elon Musk's usually works till like 2 a.m., sometimes 3 a.m. So like when you're doing deeper work on businesses and research and stuff, it's not the end of the world. I will admit, I am a 24-year-old. I have a lot of friends on Friday, Saturday that they want to hang out. Basically, when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 years old, I never went out with my friends. So now I can. I'm a rich millionaire. I can do whatever stinking I want. I flex on gurus all day. But usually, wake up at 7. I wake up, first thing I do, and I have always tried to do this, and I will tell you this gets you more discipline to go out here and do something with your life. Wake up and remember how lucky you are to be alive. And I know it's cliche to say, but you are truly, and I don't care what situation you're in right now, you watching this right now, you're in a better position than every dead person right now. You have more money than every dead person. Think about that for a second. So let's look at Steve Jobs. Rest in peace. You currently have more money than Steve Jobs. You are living right now, and Steve Jobs is not. Now, everyone has a bigger legacy, obviously, but like who has more money? You do. Even if you have a penny, you have more money because he's dead. And so I'm not saying that in a mean way, but like you have air in your lungs right now. You are luckier than every single person that's passed away currently at this point. And so that means you watching this need to be very grateful that you are alive right now. A lot of people wake up stressed, tired, You're alive. Somebody today woke up and they weren't alive. They didn't make it through the night. That should just, whoa, I better get my dang butt up and actually be grateful for that. What if somebody told me before you went to bed, a Grim Reaper type guy said, you're not living until tomorrow. You're going to be up all night screaming stressed. And we wake up and you realize that wasn't it and you're actually alive. You're going to be more grateful. But most of y'all wake up like, oh, it's another day. It's a Tuesday. I don't care. You're alive. Live for today. Tomorrow's never promised, right? If you wake up with being grateful, you begin. I'm not telling you to do this crazy meditation yoga stuff. Just wake up, be at least lucky. It takes 30 seconds to figure that out. And then it's strictly at 7:01. I remember that there's a lot of M&Fers that I got to prove wrong, okay? This is very important that I do. About 1 minute after I realized that all the haters, all the people that don't want me to succeed, all the people that don't want me to become who I am, they don't think I am him. I have to remind them that I am him. I've always been him. And I will continue to be him, the person that changes my financial future, the one that takes care of my family, the one that will always take care of my family, the one that will make sure that my kids, grandkids, and anyone in the future doesn't have to worry about money because my name is on my back, my name is my reputation, and I'm going to get a lot more people rich, and I'm going to get rich in the process of doing that. And so I just remember that about a minute up. And then after a minute, I'm straight, feet are on the ground. I'm ready to go conquer the world. I'm ready to go conquer the day. I'm young. I'm hungry. I'm ready to go. If I think a lot of people can relate to this, there's a lot of people that don't want you to win. There's a lot. And once you realize that usually jacks you up. I don't know about you, but I remember a lot of people that don't want me to have a win today. I know a lot of people that want me to be groggy and sad today. I know a lot of people that don't want me to live the life of my dreams. And they don't like me succeeding. I see it in the DMs every day, but not those people. I could care less. It's a lot of people have some personal people that do not want them to win. FYI, you have a duty because you are awake. You are alive. You have been granted the gift of life today to prove those stupid people wrong. And that is what we're going to do. When I wake up in the morning, I remember that and I live accordingly. When I have that on my mind, that and how grateful I am to be alive, I ain't on TikTok all day scrolling aimlessly. No, I am conquering. I'm looking at deals. I'm analyzing deals. I'm getting stuff done because I have a lot of stuff I need to get. I'm already a millionaire. I already got millions of bucks. I got passive income up the wazoo. I already got it. But the extra thing that just keeps me going is remembering my family, my future family, and forever. You got to remember this. You only have one shot at life, and I'm living it. I'm maxing it out. I've told myself I'm going to be the top wholesaler. I'm going to show the legacy of the whole wholesalers what's up. I'm going to change the world. And I'm telling you, when you have that level of I'm going to teach every wholesaler to get rich like me for free. First of all, I'm going to get rich a bunch of deals. I'm going to get my subscribers that bunch of deals. I'm going to just do wholesaling of my own operations, virtual wholesaling operations. I'm going to start buying a ton of rentals and being the man. That's what I'm doing. So 7 a.m., 9 a.m., I usually do what we call quiet work. I usually drink some coffee. I got a nice little coffee machine, cook it up, make it all nice. What I call quiet work, I check emails. I check the news. I usually put like the news on the radio while I'm making coffee or whatever. Just, I got to know what's going on in the world. There's a lot of things that affect a lot of things. Interest rates are one of them. Times there's geopolitical conflicts that I got to have my eyes on to see if that affects interest rates, affects the real estate game, because everything around the world affects everything. If there is a trade issue with steel prices, and that's going to affect the way real estate runs, that's going to the way my renovations run and all these things. It's very important. I have to know news and trends for the state of Florida when it comes to my Airbnbs and all. Like, I always listen to the news. 15, 20 minutes, that's all you need. Don't listen to anyone's opinion. Just give me the facts. I get my quiet work done. I check emails, check bank account, make sure everything's good in there. Just checking things. Once every month, I would say once a month, I get I call it just a fire. It's something stupid. Some person sends me a cease and desist letter. Someone sends this. Someone threatens to sue an employee. We get one memorandum crazy happening, and I get this. And once a month, there's one huge like hoopla fire that always happens in the company. Always. To a T. I've never had a month where I was like, nothing crazy really happened this month. Already in October, it's happened. But, every month there's something. August had something. September had something. We had one probate deal last month that we were supposed to make 50 on, and just like the lawyer ate up all the fees, and there's no equity left on the deal. Right. And then of course, with karma, when that happens, there's always another one. There's always, hey, we got 200K plus deals coming in. It all evens out. But I would say during my quiet work, someone sends me an email and it's going to take my whole day because something's crazy, stupid, crazy happened, right? Lately, we had one tenant we had to evict out of one of my rentals. And I kid you not, I had to drive there because I didn't believe my handyman. They ate chicken and they decided when they were done eating chicken, this person ate chicken wings every day. When they were done eating their chicken wings, they threw the wings on the carpet, like the bones on the carpet. And for 4 months, that's what they did. I kid you not. They did this to one of my rentals. I put 30 grand in the renovations on it. And I was making a ton a month. And it got a German cockroach infestation. And I was like, during one of our inspections quarterly on the rental, my guy went out there, saw it. And he said, we got to kick this person out. I'm like, okay, cool. I got a lot of rentals, but like, what's the issue? He sent me the pictures. I'm like, there's no way that happened. And, it was like, 25, 30 minutes from me. And, I had to go to Home Depot, check out flooring for some things. And then I was like, okay, like we had to go check on flooring because we're going to put flooring in like 3 Airbnbs. I'm like, all right, let me go check it out. And I go there and, I go there with Rick. Rick goes there. He throws up. Don't tell him the story. He goes in there. He throws up. He's so funny when he throws up. It was bad. So kicked tenant out, got them out. And for the 2 weeks, we've been dealing with that. But like, once a month, there's something crazy. And that's just the real estate game in general, but, and then, it's just, I didn't even believe that happened, but we were renting that property out for $1,200 a month. We took it out. We put about $3-4 grand into it and we're getting $1,800 a month now. And then we realized that we were under renting it. And so now I'm going to make an extra $7 grand this year, just an extra rental income from that property. So, it all evens out. That's karma for me. But like, quiet work, people know if they got something to send to me or deal with me, that's the time. And I usually get calls from people only in my company, check emails. That's what I do, right? It's usually what I do 7 to 9 a.m. What I really like doing in the morning when it's quiet is I just like looking at real estate deals to send in and I just like checking them out. I just like being in the game. I know my acquisitions people go and clock up the deals and the dispo people deal with it. It's something, I guess I'm a control freak. I just like looking at the deals we're doing and just like, people don't like it, but like, people looking at the deals in our company would be like, okay, MAO should be like 125 on this deal. And I look at them like, nah, MAO's 115. And I just tell them like, don't go above 115. And then like, they're like, come on. I'm like, no, you ain't going over 115 on low control freak, but I like looking at deals. I like making sure we're all good on this. Been looking at a lot of some commercial deals lately. But yeah, interesting. That's what I do. Quiet work coffee, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pretty much what I do on a daily basis is just flex on gurus and haters. And the only way I can do that is just by wholesaling houses. So about 9 to 1 p.m., all I basically do is work on wholesaling, look at the JV operations, employees, making sure everything's going well, analyzing things, a lot of crazy stuff, creative finance deals, just wholesaling in general of what I do. That's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so like a lot of people make fun of me, like I'll hop, like when I got a live stream, I might go live at 1:15, 1:20, 1:10. And it's like, am I doing it to be late? No, it's because like I'm probably on the phone with somebody talking about a deal. And then when it's over, I throw the background on the live, I check my hair, get some water, and I just click the live stream button, right? Because like at night, I'll write out what I got to talk about. But like, I ain't no YouTube guy. Like I don't wake up in the morning, work on my content for all day like a guru, and like that's all I'm doing today. Now, like I throw it on here and I just talk about an important topic. Like I'll take a Sunday out and schedule out what I got to talk about to the people. But like I wholesale houses. Like it's what I am. I'm not no YouTube celebrity type guy. I'm a wholesaler. It's what I am. Okay. I ain't gonna sit down here and talk about stock market analysis all day. And that ain't me. I'm a wholesaler, right? I probably own more stocks than all the YouTubers, than most of these YouTubers talking about stocks and bonds and stuff. But like, I talk about wholesaling. It's what I do. That's how I make millions of dollars. And then I pour that in other stuff. Never claim to be the expert. Just add on the net worth. But what I could tell you here is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you can give me something I do, I just flex on the gurus, flex on the haters. By that, I make millions of dollars wholesaling houses. Okay. That's what I do. Now, one really important thing I do, anyone can implement, I don't know if it's true. This has helped me out a lot with my mental clarity with working with how, like, I know a lot of people say from 9 to 7, I just wholesale. And I used to do that. I found working for 7, 8, 9 hours straight, I get paid on the quality decisions I make and the companies and making things. I don't need to grind anymore. And so if I could take some time to relax my brain and then go back into the mode, it helps me a lot. And so Rick talks about blocks a lot. From 1 to 2 p.m., I like to just do nothing that is work related. And so on Tuesdays and Thursdays, no wholesaling. I'll just do a live stream. So it's cheating. My break from wholesaling is doing a live stream to talk about wholesaling. But like what I'm like this isn't, I'm not talking to a deal. I'm not talking to the seller. I'm not trying to talk to a cash buyer about a deal. I'm not doing that right now. I'm talking about wholesaling. I'm talking about life in general, my schedule. But like this is like a hobby. Like I don't know how else to say this, but like this is fun. Okay. If I'm not doing something, I always take a nap. Like 1 to 1:30, usually always take. I don't know why. It's probably because I work out like crazy, but I'm a big napper. So I'll take a nap at 1:30. Sometimes I'll nap for an hour. Like 1 to 2, I'll do whatever I want. I'll watch a TV show, video games, whatever. But from 1 to 2, I like don't do anything. That's what I always like doing. And so that's always helped me out. And then 2 to 6, I'm like, oh my gosh, you lazy bum. You haven't done anything today. You took an hour off, you lazy piece of snot. I'll go back to working. And so I'll go back to working, doing deals, wholesaling. Usually I meet with Rick and we just talk about something, you know. And so, yeah, that's what we do. On the contrary to everyone's belief, I do not live in my parents' basement, which everyone thinks I do. I actually have to go drive and see Rick. We have to talk to employees and things like that. But 2 to 6, I like to work with him. Meetings once, twice a week. I mean, we talk on the phone all the time, but like we're just doing some work, scheduling things out, looking at deals. That's pretty much my day. You know, like everyone knows how to wholesale. And so like, we'll talk a little more about your schedule if you're broke right now, but like, that's what I usually do. 6 to 7 p.m. I'll go work out. I like working out with my friends. Usually 6 to 7 is the time we do it. I'm usually there 6 to 7:30 because we yap, you know, talk smack, guy talk. I don't know. But 6 to 7:30, go talk, whatever, work out. It's always fun. And then from there, 7 to 11, I like to hang out with my friends. I like to relax, watch TV, eat dinner. And then usually at night, I'll write out videos I have to do. 1 to 2, that's when I record my videos also. And then really I like to study things. And so one thing I've always do is I try to, for at least an hour or two a day, do something with my brain that isn't wholesaling related so I don't go crazy. And that's something that's always been good for me. And so that's learning a skill or doing a puzzle or like whatever nuts, learning chess, doing something like that, like something that works in my brain that's not wholesaling related. So lately I've been studying French, Dutch, German, and Italian because I'm going to all those countries next year. And so I've been trying to learn. And so that's something that works in my brain. It used to be chess. Super Smash Bros was before that. Something that like just I can dive into for like, you know, 3 or 4 months. And so right now it's Dutch. And so I'm not even going to say it on here. My Dutch people would go nuts. But like learning a language, that's basically what I do at night. Then right before I go to bed for 30 minutes, I do it on my Google Calendar. I will write down a to-do list of what I need to get done for the day based on priorities to the bottom. I'll write out live stream if I have to do it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's what I do. Then I go to bed. Then I sleep. It's pretty much it. I don't do no like crazy vinyasa. I don't know. What do they do? Maca teas or, you know, like whatever it is, whatever. You know, I'm whatever. People do that crazy stuff. I just go to, so yeah, sometimes I'll meditate in the morning, sometimes not, but that's pretty much it. But like, why does this schedule work for me? There's no fluff. There's no TikTok from 9 to 1 and then 2 to 7. There's none of that. There's no TikTok scrolling. There's no little mini breaks. There's no, ooh, so my friend sent me a video. I got my buddies. They'll send me stuff. Okay. Like, for example, last Friday at like 3, my friend tried to send me a stupid fantasy football trade. He tried calling me. He wanted Jamar Chase for DeAndre Swift. And I'm like, no. Like that's a stupid trade. And he's trying to screw me on that deal. But like, that's not wholesaling really. I'll go at like 9 o'clock, I'll call him about it, right? That's a stupid trade. But like, I don't do stupid stuff like that. You know, people like that stuff adds up. When your friend's texting you, get memes sent to you, like all these, it'll add up to like an hour of your day. Like, and you'll just waste it talking about stupid stuff. You can't be doing that. Like that stuff that's going to grow. That's stuff that's not going to help you at all. There's no fluff in my day. It's all intense work when I got those blocks. And so I'll switch around blocks. I'll spend about an hour or two on a specific thing, then go to the next one. So wholesaling in my own company for about an hour or two. I'll look at JV deals for an hour or two, work with employees. Investments I'm doing 1 to 2. I'll spend an hour on the rentals, some renovations I got to go to, right? Do some research for basically new wholesaling markets, things like that, dealing, training, talking to employees, stuff like that. But really, I work in time blocks. That's what Rick's always done. It's always helped me out a lot. And that has always been my schedule. But if I'm going out here and I was broke, if I was a broke wholesaler right now, I didn't know what to do. Let's say you're a broke wholesaler. You got no deals. You want to get rich. You want the keys to success. What do you do? What is the schedule for wholesaling success? How should you start your day? What should you do? Okay, so let's talk about that. I know I'm talking to a lot of wholesalers right now that brand new, they haven't been successful. Maybe they haven't gotten a deal and they're looking for a change. They're looking to actually make a change in their life, right? What do? For most wholesalers, if I can give anyone a template schedule, right? Because if you're a broke wholesaler, you're looking to get a wholesaling, you probably got a job, right? You're probably working 9 to 5, some people 7 to 7, maybe 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., right? Like crazy shifts. I get it, right? Life's different for everyone, right? I would say a 3-1-1 approach will probably be the best approach you should be doing in wholesaling. That's most likely the approach I would say if you could utilize your time correctly, what you should be doing, right? Because like when I do my schedule, like I know what I should be doing. Okay. Like I know which one I should give more priority to, which one I should give less priority to. And it's a lot of stuff I run, but like I know how to run it the right way, but I've been 7 years in the game. I think it's a lot, right? Now, when it comes to wholesaling houses for a beginner, you should probably spend, if you have 5 hours you dedicate to wholesaling, 3 of those hours should be towards marketing, pulling lists, cold calling, texting, direct mail, drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars, things like that. 1 hour of that 5 should be for acquisitions, talking to sellers, appointments, locking up deals, right? That other last hour should be for dispositions or cash buyers, basically finding buyers, going out here on the Zillow for sale by owner list and calling the, it's not the Zillow for, sorry, going to the Zillow for rent by owner list, not FSBO, but Fizz for rent by FRBO. For rent by owner, sorry, my bad. For rent by owners, go by the for rent, cash sales on PropStream, listrei.com, things like that. Finding the dispositions side of the business. And that's what they should be doing. 3-1-1 approach. That's a very good one too. But honestly, that's what you should be doing. And right. So like if you have full day, I hate to tell you, if you haven't gotten a wholesaling deal and you don't have a job, you should be working 13 hours a day wholesale. And I don't know what other way to tell you this, but like that's what you should do. 13 hours. So do a 3-1-1 split on 13 hours a day. Kind of what I said before, 80% of your alive hours, your awake hours should be income producing. And about an hour for eating, an hour to work out, and maybe an hour for your family. 13 hours are dedicated towards you getting rich and getting out of your situation. That is what it takes. And I'm not saying that's like bare minimum, but like if you want to get rich, and like you want a daily routine to get you rich, 13 hours. Like what was my schedule? My schedule was probably 7 to 9. That's probably basically what I did. And that's how I really got rich in wholesale was I worked 7 to 9 p.m., 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then like 9 to 10. No, so I'd work out from like 7 to 8 or like 8 to 9, eat while pulling lists. And then I would also go out here and then do like full-time college at 11 p.m. at night. Like that's literally what I did. Like I got a college degree while virtually wholesaling, no, in person and virtually wholesaling at 19 years old because like I didn't care. Like I spent 13 hours and then I spent an extra couple hours on school working out, and then like it's all I dedicated towards. And you know, I graduated in like 18 months. So like it wasn't hard. I have a photographic memory, so it's easy for me to like just read a textbook and then do a test and things like that. Like I was very lucky what I did, but like no, I wish I got to bring my friends here. Like I got like 3 or 4 friends from college and like friends that like always knew me when I was broke. I want to sit down with them and I want to get their accounts of who I was. They all thought I was crazy. I would say no to 98% of opportunities. Go out, do this. No, I said, no, I'm getting rich. I'm getting my future family rich. And I would say this crap to them, acting like I was this big shot guy, but I knew where I was going, right? Like I was dedicating my life towards it. And this was before I had 1 YouTube video out. This was before all that stuff. And I looked a lot younger, FYI. But like I was putting in the work. I said no to mostly everything. And I've said this story a million times, and I'll continue to say this story. Everyone watching this that's like 19, 18 years old. Let's do when I was 18. I legit had my roommate in college. I was virtually cold. Everyone knows I spent a whole year cold calling. 2 to 7 p.m., 5 days a week for a year straight. It is Friday evening. It is 6 o'clock. My roommate, who's in a frat, brings some girl over. And then I remember once, you know, he got really mad at me multiple times. He got mad because he brought a girl over and I was like, she's not staying here. I'm cold calling. And he said, yeah, sorry. He's cold calling. Like, this is what he does. He's weird. Like, just, we're gonna have to go in the other room and talk. And that's what happened. And I cold called and I got deals. Like, that was weird. Multiple times he'd bring like multiple girls over. Like, hey, they want to see you, Zach. I'm like, nope. I swear to you, I haven't even talked about this story. My other roommate brought a friend, and the friend liked me, and they brought them here to say hi to me because they want to hang out like Friday night. And I was cold calling, and I legit looked at them and said no. And I shut the door and I just cold called from 2 to 7 p.m. Shout out to RJ. But I will, that's for a different day. Shout out to my friend RJ. But I will tell you, lots of time, I was very tempted in college to not dedicate and I know this is a crazy mindset to have. This is a stupid mindset to have, but I would dedicate all day, every day of my waking hours to getting rich because I knew once I became a millionaire, I could do whatever the stinking thing I wanted to. And it was not healthy, but I became a millionaire at 20 years old and I do not regret one stinking thing I've done. And I truly believe everybody watching this, if you truly want to get to that point as a man or woman that doesn't want to worry about money for the rest of their life, I'm telling you, you need to work. If you do not work, you will not get the results. If you want to sit all in your butt all day and doesn't want to do it, I'm telling you, you got to go out here and do the work. I've done the work. That's why I got it. I know a lot of people think I'm nuts, but it takes a sick individual in the brain to dedicate his entire life into one stupid, crazy thing all day, every day for 7 years straight and not get rich. That's the thing. I put so much effort into wholesaling. When I get on the phone with a seller, I'm going to close the deal or I'm going to get the best chance of closing the deal. And you guys see me doing it. You see Rick doing it because I've put so much more work than the average person into talking to sellers, sales, and getting on the phones on cold calling. That's why no other person go on a live stream and cold call and close sellers like I do because I put in the effort and work. That's the crazy mindset you have to have. And I'm not saying you have to do that. But I'm saying if you're watching this, you want to get rich, you're 17, 18 years old, make the sacrifice, do it. I'll also say one thing I've always done, I know no one talks about this is weird, but like before 9 a.m., you should be pulling lists online, PropStream. You can go on there and start pulling lists, organizing data, Skiptracing, cross-referencing data on probates, liens, things like that. Before 9 a.m., go do that. Don't do it from like 10, 11, 12. You should be talking to sellers at that point. After 8 p.m., if you're a night owl type person, Skiptrace, data analysis, the stuff like that, that's what you should be doing. Okay. So like you really should be doing that. Now, what do you do from like the 9 to 8 type? You should be drawing for dollars. You should be cold calling. You should be texting. You should be following up with your sellers, finding more cash buyers, talking to motivated sellers, networking if you want, right? You should be doing things before those hours and doing things after and during. Like if you want to know what you should be doing on a 3-1-1 approach, this is probably the best one. We don't be pulling lists at like 2 p.m. That's like cold calling time. Like 5 p.m. If it is 5 p.m., if it's 5, 6, or 7 p.m. and you're dilly-dallying every day, you should be cold calling. Okay, you should be talking to sellers and making things happen. We literally changed, like one thing we did, we changed our live stream times because 5 to 7, I'm like, people shouldn't be watching me right now. They need to get their butts and start cold calling, right? They got to start texting. They got to get better in their skills talking to motivated sellers. And that's one really important thing I always talk about and one thing you should be doing. Drive for dollars, cold call, talk to buyers. That's what you should be doing those times. And then one really important thing too, not a lot of people have, but have a goal, set that goal, and then figure out what you have to do. What action do I have to take to get that result? And then do it. And I know that sounds confusing to say, so let me kind of give you a visual example. If I say to myself, hey, I want to make $15,000 a month. Okay, I want to make 15 grand this month. And I think a lot of people watching be like, that'd be great. I'd love to make 15 grand. Maybe you want to make 150 grand, whatever it is. Write down what that goal is. Put pen to paper, make it a must, make it a priority. And then what I want you to do from there is figure out what it usually takes for the average wholesaler to get to 15 grand a month. You watch my stuff, you watch my content, you do a one-on-one with me, you want to talk, all these things. What you're most likely going to figure out, it's probably going to take around 400 drawing for dollars leads. Probably, I would say, I think if you add 100 texts a day, if you can, 50 texts, I wrote 50, thinking 100 on here. Yeah, I would say about 100. If you can get like a government type list, that should be enough. That should get you about 15. Now, we do some more texting, maybe at 20, 25. If you make really good lowball offers, you get 1 deal a month, you get to 30. But I would say about 400 drawing for dollars leads. Add some text on there. A lot of people think you have to pay for texting. Now, obviously, smszach.com, you can, but like you can use your personal cell phone right now. Let's see here. Your personal cell phone right here. All you literally can do is go on your cell phone and just text. There's a free website called cyberbackgroundchecks.com. We literally released it. And you could just send texts out for free. And use your personal cell, like just do it. Who cares? Literally, I say this all the time. Take a picture of the ugly house, go to cyberstinkingbackgroundchecks.com, find their phone number, text them. Hey, is everything okay at this house? You will get a response back. And you do 50 of those a day, you'll do great. You can go Google Voice and send another 50. You can get 100 for free. And so yeah, of course you can pay for SMS, and that's always better. But like, you use your personal cell phone. Like at this point, we got to do whatever it takes to get rich. Like we're kind of sick of where we're at right now. Like we got to make a change, right? Like we ain't stay broke, right? Like, of course, yeah, maybe you're broke now, but you're not perpetually broke the rest of your life, right? You are a rich person in training. You're getting to that point, right? You are making the dedication, or making the effort, you're pushing yourself, right? Becoming a better man, woman, human being, and just getting rich, right? We're going to have to make change. If you want to make a financial change, you're going to have to change. So get your stinking butt to work, okay? Do the work and get to it. One thing I need people to do is get real with themselves. If you have an iPhone or an Android or whatever, there's a screen time feature on most of these. And I want you to really look at your screen time and figure out how many hours a day are you on your phone, and not like calling, texting this and whatever. Most people text not to make money, but like you'll figure out you're on TikTok, I see people, they spend an hour and a half on Instagram. Like, what are you doing on Instagram, bro? Like, are you talking to motivated sellers on Instagram? Or no, you're not. Okay. You're not. Come on. Like, bro, you got about 2.5 hours on Spotify here. And I get it. Drake's album's great. That came out, but like, do that for the gym, man. You need to go out here and get rich. I didn't play no rap music when I was cold calling, sometimes a little, but like, I really wasn't, I was just going after. And you have to just be in the dead silence sometimes and get the work done. A lot of people like their chill, lo-fi beats in the corner when they're doing their work. Not, screw that. Go in the silence and do it. Go out here and do the work. Like, just be a man up and do the work you have to do. I'm sick of this, like, coddling people are doing in wholesaling. It's getting really out of hand. It's okay. You're doing your best, son. No, it's okay. You only put an hour in today. No, screw that. Guys, if you need to go create the schedule, you need to go see what you have to do, and you have to go do it. Anyone that comes up on me, they want to run up on me on a live stream and say, Zach, I'm not rich, and I did 10 drawing for dollars leads this week. I'm going to virtually slap you across the face. I've never hit any. But like, I'd be like, you need to get your life in order. Either you're not serious about getting rich in wholesaling, or you need to go change what you're doing. And so the reason why I'm making this video is not to make fun of anyone. Like, get real with the time you're doing. A lot of you guys are spending way too much time on social media. Way too much time, okay? You need like an hour a day at most, okay? You do not need to be looking at memes at all, okay? Like, you don't. You need to go get rich. And I know a lot of people say balance. You need to have balance in life, man. Like, I've always said this, and there's all these quotes, but my favorite quote about balance is when I started on wholesaling, this is true. I had no balance in my life. I was wholesaling. Holidays, Christmas, family, like, yeah, okay, right. I wish I could spend more time with my family than I was back then, but like, I was wholesaling. I had zero balance, pretty much. But the balance in my bank account now is amazing. And I can spend all the time. My mom out for a 2-hour brunch the other day. Why? Because I can. Because I put all the work in. A lot of people think you have to grind for 15, 20 years. Like, no. When I say grind, I'm talking like grind for a year or 2 years. I grinded like 4 or 5 years. I really hard about 4 years, but that's correct. I could have only grinded for 2 years and it could have gone to this point. If I looked at the amount of money I'm making now, if I only grinded 2 years, I'd probably get to this point like it'd take 4 more years. I'd be 28 years old time making, but I decided I want to get rich quicker. I'm impatient, I guess, right? But like, I decided to dedicate to grinding, and I compounded it like crazy because by 25, 26, I just wanted to not chill out, but like, dude, I did the hard work. Right. And so like that grind 13 hours a day, I don't have to do that anymore. I wholesale because I like to. I wholesale because I want to. I wholesale because I think it's fun. And so a lot of people talk about the balance and all that. You don't need that. Okay. You need to get rich. You need to put a balance in your bank account. That's really what you need to be. And I'm going to get roasted. I get all these. You go on TikTok, there's a lot of reactions of me. I've seen some of my friends will send them to me. Dude, this guy's telling you to go work hard. This guy's telling you to lowball people. That's so bad. That's so mean. We had the biggest liberal news YouTube channel do a whole expose on Zach Ginn about how people are lowballing sellers and that's bad. And I'm like I looked at that newscaster and I was like, we probably make our salary in like a week, right? And I'm like, I could care less. But like, I'm telling you, people go talk bad about you. People don't want you to win. You're just got to prove everyone wrong. And the best way to prove everyone wrong is getting filthy, stinking rich. And you use that and you give back to your community, you give back to your family, you give back to people in need. You always do that. But get rich first. But the first thing you do is get real about what you're doing during the day. How much time are you spending on social media? All these things you need during money making hours, you got to get off all that stuff and you need to realize that you need to. If you do not, then you will not get there. Just look at your screen time, see how much time you're spending, and get it going. You just put in the work, do the time, and put the marketing in. One thing you really need to honestly understand is look at your marketing output. That's probably the best indicator I can give to any wholesaler watching this right now of like where you need to be. Are you at the right point right now? Are you doing good? Are you not doing good? One indicator I can tell everyone watching this, and the one I always ask someone, right? They always say, Zach, how do I get rich wholesaling? Or what should I do this or this? I'm like, okay, how much marketing output have you done? How many cold calls? How many contacts? How many offers have you made? The best equation I give to anyone that's doing deals is like, how many offers are you making on a weekly basis? If the number's less than 1 or less than 0, then I know we have a marketing problem. Okay. You are not getting offers create contracts, and that eventually leads to assignments. Okay. I don't care how many cash buyers you got in the database. I don't care. I had one guy told me, I have 300,000 cash buyers. I'm like, cool. How many deals have you done? Like that's it doesn't matter how many buyers you got, how many contracts you got, how many offers are you making? It's an offers game. And to get offers, we got to market our butts off. So that's a daily schedule you're going to be using to get rich.